That's the charm of this game, that no matter how much you progress, how much you upgrade your gear, let's default to the other one. We were looking for the Golem parts. We just need 3 more wild boar tasks. That mission just... That mission made us kind of like cross the whole map twice. There they killed me, but I had my doppelganger. So I also realized that the spawns, that spawn density is higher at night, and that the spawns are actually random, because sometimes they spawned on top of me, kind of like right in front of me. When I logged, I got killed. In fact, when I logged into the game, and then they spawned kind of like at a similarly different location. So it's actually random. It feels like Hellgate London all over again. By the way, we need to replay Hellgate London, but not the 2038 version. We need to play the global version, the one that I couldn't play last year. So I got a legendary though, even though I got killed. I got a legendary. That choke something. That ghost dropped the legendary. That ghost dropped a legendary. I'm not crazy. This one. All Friggs. Choker. What's this thing? What the? Hit point regeneration. Duration of potion effects. Oh, it truly is legendary. Is it a relic or what? It's not a weapon. It's not a relic. What is this thing? It's a legendary. And we also got a second staff. Damn it. Let me see. Ah, it's an amulet. Good. We got a legendary amulet. See, it wasn't in vain. Here, I'll test that again. Let me remove the mace. And now you can see that I have all legendary items. It hasn't helped me survive, but yeah, we're performing much better. But even so, I don't know what the game expects me to do with those ghosts. They are so OP. Here, you'll see that when I attack in ranged, like one, I don't think it's faster, but in melee, I think it only applies in melee. I think the dual wielding only applies in melee. I may be crazy, I don't know. But well, at least now I have a versatile build, because be them maces or staves, I can at least take advantage of the dual wield. Yeah, this character is a bit squishy early. Armor matters quite a bit in this. There we go. Sorry, I didn't show you. Here, I redistributed my talents. And you know what happened? At the beginning of the stream, I have a huge problem. I'll have to respec the attributes again, because at the beginning of the stream I spent everything on strength, and then I realized that intelligence is the one that actually modifies stave's damage. Damn it. But well, it's because I looted that legendary stuff after I spent all of those. I kind of like said, ah well, we are going to use 2 maces, we'll go full strength. So we'll go full strength. And well, I should have gone intelligence, and this would have been viable, like using two staves. But well, then fortunately the loot gods, the loot gaming gods, were generous with me, and I got a second legendary weapon, a mace precisely. So, like that, at least I take full advantage of the strength that I spent. Then I'll respect for the next stream. I'll change it completely so I can go pure double stuff, I guess. And like that, I'll be able to place one more. I'll be able to get in one more. I'll eliminate hafted weapons. It will make it less versatile, but it will be more concentrated because I'll be able to drop another one of these talents. Like that. And I also found 2 rings that actually increase my dual wield. I found another dual wield ring, so I'm actually at +2. So good. I just need 3 more of those task boards. And yeah, pretty much. And then we can... I wonder if I'll ever begin the main quest at this rate. I should probably do it because we've already explored kind of like the whole initial section of the game. I am also wondering that in the intro, kind of like all of the rest of the characters, they all fight against my character because it's the evil character. But damn it, they're hitting like a truck, and I got killed recently. Yeah, I think that attack frequency is the same as if I had two staves. Like, it doesn't feel slower like this. Well, that was some casual... evasive maneuvers. The game is pretty weird regarding that. Hey, we got a purple one. More of you. Let's use our abilities, shall we? They're getting a bit crazy. Well, at least it wasn't useless to at least be able to kill that ghost. Because at least we got that legendary thing. That legendary amulet. Good. We already have 3 legendary items. That's huge progress. Besides, there we go. 1. Now I just need to ensure they don't kill me, so I don't respawn at the monolith. Yeah, the idea of this character, according to what I've read, it's like a necromancer, like I should be kind of like making corpses explode, then reviving enemies, so I can have my own personal army. Like in the intro, it's like that, kind of like the it doesn't show the face of the Inquisitor, but it's because the helmet. Now I realized the character that all of the, let's say, light classes are fighting is actually the Inquisitor. That skeleton that summons more skeletons is actually the Inquisitor. There's the board. Good. It's actually the Inquisitor because I can raise the dead. Not now, because we are kind of like still in the early game. But then we are actually like a necromancer. We cannot see it now, but it will be like that soon. 4 out of 5. Hey, what happened? Didn't I get the previous one? I know we needed 3. We need 3. We need 1 more. We need 3. So yeah, actually the character that all of the light class is fighting in intro is actually the Inquisitor. It's just that we cannot see it right now because I don't have a lot of summon talents. But yeah, I should begin making more combos, because I should be able... I already have a plan. I'll kind of like mix the talents that I cannot loot my quest item. My quest item was literally in the middle of a battleground. Look at that. But yeah, according to what what I've seen, we should... The idea that we should... The ideal build that we should go for... Wait, because I don't want that chief, that one to kill me. Damn it. The ideal build that we should be going for, it's kind of like full necromancer, like making corpses explode and deal area of effect damage. That will help me greatly. I think we completed the task. No, I couldn't loot it in the middle of that mess. I should have retreated. But it's over there. It's not far from here. So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. I'll begin mixing the combat arts. So perhaps inexorable subjugation combined with the other talent that I don't remember the name, that indeed makes corpses explode. We are there. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, what we were discussing last time, that the map is huge. The thing more than huge, it's kind of like how twisted it's like a maze. Damn it. Yeah, I found out that in this game it's better to go for the bosses first, because they kill you in one blow, and the mobs don't kill you in one blow. It's actually the exact opposite as in most games. In most games you kill the ads, the mobs, the spawns first, and then you go for the boss. But in the case of this game, since the bosses kill you, they are not even bosses, they are kind of like... There we go. They are kind of like mini bosses. They do kill you in one blow, and the others don't. The only entrance to this section is through here, so no point in... Damn it! No, not you again. Not you again. Not you again. There we go. So it's better not to respawn. Yeah, definitely I can see that I picked the most complex character for newcomers, but well, we'll handle it. Damn it! No. Shit. But well, we are much better than on Tuesday. Like 13. Good. Like, at least now I'm taking full advantage of my attributes. And here I thought that the character, that the boss that we were fighting, that the character of the intro was actually a boss, or the end boss of the game. It was actually us. We are the end boss. Oh, you have returned already. I keep forgetting how swift you young people are. The Inquisitor is certainly not young. Did you find everything? Yes. Well done. Thank you, you're truly a lifesaver, and before I forget, here's your reward. I hope you saw it.
Glory and power.
So you were a mage. Do we get a legendary staff or something? Doesn't look like it. Good. Good. By the way, I can confirm something that I've been also testing. I can confirm that the game does surprisingly work at unlocked frame rates. Right now it's locked at 60 because of my second monitor, which is I basically use a TV as a second monitor. It's 60 hertz. But when I tried it on my monitor, which is 144, alone, kind of like without multi screens, it went up to 144. It did went. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It has unlocked frame rates, which is uncommon. For example, I think Space Siege was capped at 70 frame rate, or was it uncapped? I don't know. But well, considering that console games back during the 7th generation were 30, some of them 60, and this shit is unlocked with this huge open world. I mean, Skyrim is locked at 60. Oblivion is locked at 60. Morrowind isn't. Morrowind was unlocked. Morrowind is unlocked. One day we need to do a... I could never play my modded version of Morrowind. I kind of like modded the game and left it like that. Someday we need to do kind of like a run of Morrowind, because with the Tamriel rebuild mod, it's actually the whole continent, and I have it ready. So it's actually the whole. I don't know if it was Vivardrenfell or something like that. The whole continent besides the island. We need to do that someday. We need to do that because I have it ready, and I have the plan of streaming it eventually, and I always say that I'll do it, but I don't, because of how big it will be. Malte the merchant would like me to visit Larhiam, but we already done it. He's well, he's alive. Evidently, Larhiam is doing well. Right, so we can go back. We can use the portal that we unlocked at the beginning. Pretty much. Right. We need to go back to that guy. It will only give us a potion, but it will also give us experience, so I'm after the experience more than that. He was over here. Yeah, perfect. See why it was important at the beginning to unlock that portal. Good. What the? Goblin ambush. See, this is what I meant. The spawns. See that I was right. The spawns are kind of like completely random. Like, what the fuck? I think I've never seen so many goblins at the same. This is what killed me when I started the stream. There's this crazy. Why is there such a crazy spawn density at this spot? What the? Yeah, right. Fortunately, we have the portal. I don't know. We'll go back to the monolith, but no worries. Right. That's a bit out of hand, but let's try that again. I have to activate the Divine Gift. Activate it. Don't even give them time. Don't think. Just activate it, and there we go. One thing's for sure. I am quite pleased with my Divine Gift. I don't know how the others are, but pretty much it's an area of effect, damage. It feels like playing... Damn it. It feels like playing... Well, it's a quite specific reference, most people won't understand, but it's like playing the Ultimate Tyranno card in Yu-Gi-Oh! that can attack all monsters, all of the opponent monsters at the same time. But well, damn it! They really want to kill me. Let me activate this. Let me activate my buffs. Give me some space. We need some room. See why this combination of ranged weapon with melee weapon is... Let me activate the monolith. This is starting monolith, right? We started here today. Good. If we die, we'll go back here and we'll be able to get back into the fray immediately. Damn it. Just as long as I don't run out of potions, eventually I'll kill. What's wrong with this zone? It's kind of like teeming with goblins. So yeah, the combo of having a ranged weapon with a melee weapon so far has proven to be quite effective, because I can at least do this without compromising dual wielding. There we go. Good. Doppelganger, come on. So even if they kill us... I've seen that there's a perk that will allow me to have a permanent doppelganger. And I'm worried about that, because if you have a permanent doppelganger, kind of like a buff, kind of like a passive, instead of... I ran out of potions. Shit. If I'm... Ah no, but I have the doppelganger. Not anymore. Damn it. I'm wondering if I eventually can get that gold talent and turn the doppelganger into a buff. If they can actually kill me, because if it's a passive it will respawn, and if the Inquisitor gets killed, it kind of like transfers to the doppelganger. I don't know how it will play out, but well. That's a part that I haven't investigated, how those talents work. Because essentially we would become immortal. Because if it's a passive, and when you die... There we go. Last one. Oof, now that was... That was exhaustive. There we go. Levin array. Look at that. Look at that. We were pretty lucky. A free Levin array room. So today, at least we learned how to use relics first. Second, we compensated our attributes. We respect and compensated the attributes with our actual weapons. And we learned that I'm still analyzing it.
But useless.
I'm still... There we go, Levin array.
Nothing but a fluke. To the netherworld with
And
you.
there we go. I've been analyzing it, and I'm still not sure if having two of those staves actually gives you the speed of dual wielding while ranged. We can go back to the encampment, the initial encampment that forced us to go all the way south in the first place, and turn in that quest. Ah, boars. Yeah, and there we can resupply and grab some potions. I should probably avoid conflict. Thank you. Level up. Good. Good. We need to take advantage of that. Quickly. Quickly. We need to reach that encampment. They don't update the level immediately. They don't update the level immediately, so this is our chance to reach the encampment. Come on. Even if we don't have potions, well, not like we can survive that, so let's lure them a bit. I think it was this way. Let's lure them a bit. Kill them one at a time. One down. There we go.
Death comes over you.
I can swear the spawn density
Netherworld with you.
varies so much in this game. I don't know what kind of algorithm they used, but in some sections it's kind of like high density. Ah, look at that, I have one more potion. I just looted a potion. Good. Good, but we made it without potions. You know what this helmet looks like? What this skull helmet looks like? It looks like Mark Aragnos' helmet from Star Wars: The Old Republic. And also, what was the other one? It was Jedi Academy 3. Jedi Academy 3. In which you can also see the... You just get to see the ghost of Mark Aragnos. It's an old Sith Lord. I am relieved to hear that old Larhiam is doing well. We'll fear the worst. I'm glad here. No, he's at the beach with a folding chair, sunglasses. He's relaxing. You can rest assured he's... Whenever purchase wear from me in the future. Alright.
I never had any doubts.
Good. That was a pretty long quest. It actually made me... But well, it helped us a lot because thanks to that quest, we finally got to explore that section. Kind of like all of the center western section of the map. We need to explore this. I don't know why it's not explored. Because I went this way actually last time. We need to explore this. And I think that after that we can actually begin the main quest eventually. like we haven't even begun the main quest. I don't know what the fuck the game is about. What's the story about? What we are meant to do? Why are we in this world? I have no idea what the game's story is about yet. And we're already level 28. Sorry, 18. And I have no idea what the game actually is about. Like, I only know the intro, something about T-Energy, and I remember that all of the classes were actually trying to kill my class because it was evil or something like that, but not much more than that, basically. The grandeur aspect of the grandeur category of the analysis has been delayed a lot with this game. Kind of like I haven't even begun reviewing it, and this is the 5th day that we have spent in Ancaria. 38 armor. Wait, Holbreak. This is I know we have a 51 Archon there. Pretty good, pretty good. Sell. Hey, we've lost a lot of money trying to do that. That shitty ghost quest has been responsible for forcing me to spend the most money. 20 armor. Yeah, I think I'm beginning to get it. The armor for our class is kind of like always low. Like, incredibly low. It's always 20 something. Except for this one. But I do see that this one hurts the regeneration, so I'll stick to that one. Because I've seen that all Inquisitor armors are kind of like 20, in the range of 20, 22, but for some reason the one that I looted, or did I purchase it? I don't know. Long ago, it's 51, so it's I'm intrigued by the huge gap of armor that it provides. Pretty weird. Haven't seen it in a while in games like this. Not even Havencast, which was kind of like similar in a lot of aspects to this game, behaved like that. 30. 43. Oh, looks like we'll no longer have our skeleton armor. Though this one reduces the regeneration time of Nefarious Netherworld by 2, it actually can be engraved by 2. No, no, no. Even if it will make us a bit less squishy, the one that I have is kind of like way too legendary. No, nothing here. Nothing at all. We have pretty good gear. We do have pretty good gear. I mean, 1 legendary amulet, 2 legendary weapons, and it's only the gear that well, all of us pieces of equipment, but could be much worse. Right, so we'll leave this quest, this crazy quest, for later. I still don't know how to get into this dungeon. So, how about we do the farm owner once and for all? I think that one is from... I think it's from the second stream. This one. That we need to kill the Kobold Chieftain. The farm owner, Chuck Lathbar, has asked me to bring him 25 Kobold heads. I have collected enough. Chuck Lathbar will give me the reward. We've already done that. We did last time. Chuck Lathbar was going, please, when I was gone. Yeah, this was the other quest that we picked last time. So kill 1 Kobold Chieftain. It's right there. Right, that's far away. But we can go back to Slowford. And we can also explore that section of the map that is pretty close to that one. That I wanted to also cover once and for all.
It goes for this village too. Woe betide those who harbor heretic ideas.
The game has such a lag when you fast travel to town. Yeah, we also need to turn in this one. Maggers. Unbelievable, you did it, thank you so much. Yes, this is my father's shield. You see the crest, that's our family pride. Here, take this ring, you serve it once again, thank you. Good.
Book of Quest.
The 4th wall dialogues are top notch. Like, they're amazing. So that one was, remember the one that we did last time? That we recovered the family armor? The heirloom family armor or something like that it was. I think I could saw it here. No, well. Yeah, it was something like that. Maggers here. This one. It was a 3-star. Yeah, this one. The heirloom shield, the heirloom sword. Yeah, this one. We also completed that one. Kobold Chieftain. No, the one that we wanted was the farm's owner. Farm owner and the brigand camp here. Have plenty of quests. The game is so incredibly massive that we've been doing quests for 5 days straight. With an average of 3 hours in some cases. What was it? I forgot about my skills. Hey, new skill! New skill. We'll go for intelligence here. And new skill. Look at that. Spell resistance could be useful. Toughness. Armor per damage type. Adds damage mitigation and base resistance for each damage type. Riding. Decreases regeneration potential. No. Interesting. These ones, I know I no longer need them. What's this speed lore? Movement speed, no. This one. The one that we couldn't get last time. So this will reduce the regeneration time of those, and it will increase the damage of the whole aspect. The use of modifications for this aspect. I know what this is. I know what this is. This one. I see it now. I can only pick one though. Which was the one that I saw off stream? This one. Astute Supremacy. This one. Companion transforms the Zillow Doppelganger into a permanent buff. Technically, I don't know if I understand this correctly, but that talent, if I can get to that talent, we are basically immortal. We cannot get killed. Because if it's a permanent buff, and when you die, your spirit is transferred to the doppelganger, will it have... I bet there will be a catch, there will be a caveat. Like, I bet there will be something that will prevent us from being literally immortal, because that would be kind of like pointless at least. I can hardly believe that the developers actually left a loop that huge, a loophole that huge in their game. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. I've seen broken games like, as I always say, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. The usage of potions was broken and literally destroyed the game. I don't know if the enhanced edition, the Re-Reckoning edition, fixed it. I need to try it, but the original version did have that problem. Let's see. There's actually another quest in our way there. Brigand Camp. Well, first we need to activate the monolith. First we activate the monolith. We need to... Hey, do you remember this zone, people? Do you remember it? You know what? From the first streams, I probably got killed there. I know how many times I got killed. Up until the beginning of this stream, I had been killed 57 times already. Yes, in the character editor, as you could see at the beginning, you can actually see how many times you were killed. By now we must be at 70. 60? No, it must be 65, 70. I don't know. So every time you see a merchant, I've learned my lesson. Buy every single potion they have, because you really don't know when you'll need them. It's better to spend your money on potions than anything else, because even if you have the best armor, you will get killed, in my experience, at least. In my short experience with this game. So, now we should have plenty. 64, good. This is beginning to look much better. We shouldn't run out of those so frequently. Now, monolith. This zone. Right, I shouldn't have done that. Outside. There was also another door there.
Does that hurt, heretic?
I've noticed a pattern. I've noticed a pattern, people. There's usually heavy spawn density surrounding resurrection monoliths. I don't know if that was put in place to prevent the player from relaxing, because as this is another aspect that we... Hey, why are there turtles here? Those were at the beach. God damn it, the algorithm got a bit crazy. Those mobs didn't spawn here. At least in 5 days of gameplay they didn't spawn here. They're probably spawning because of the escalation of the level and everything. As I've said, remember the game does have an internal clock that scales the items and everything of your the items, the abilities, everything of the mobs when a lot of time when there's when a lot of time passes and you don't die. It's like an internal clock. The more time you spend alive without dying, they get better. Right, so theory. Let's get into the skill tree that we still haven't explored. If I get this, it will enable the use of modifications for this aspect. No, not this one, astute supremacy. We'll use astute supremacy. So, let me use it. Anyways, as I've told you, I've learned how to respec, so good. So if I spend another point, it doesn't matter, because the important thing is that I've enabled the modification of this. But it's still not unlocked. Then it must be tied to the story quests or something. See, I want to get here, because technically, if I turn the Seal of Doppelganger into a buff, it will pretty much be like reaching immortality, because when you die, you transfer, as an Inquisitor, you transfer to the Seal of Doppelganger, so technically it's immortality as far as I can tell. I want to test it just to see if the developers actually left a loophole that big in the game. Alright, we're getting close. There it is, our objective. The Kobold Chieftain. Good. See, with this, by having this balanced weapon set, I can engage in ranged combat with those mobs, like this one, for example, and I can also engage in melee. So, for me, it strikes the perfect balance. You want the women, the women. That's plural. Not a chance. Ha ha ha. So the goblin was planning to kidnap them. What the? He didn't die. So not only he kidnapped one, he kidnapped two of them. Stop! Hold! No hurting. You can have the human women. Take them. They wanted to clean up. Ark, clean up, make everything tidy. No, 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 no. No one that. Well, alright. Well, hope you enjoyed my shitty imitation of a goblin. But we finished the quest. Thank you for saving me. Chuck Ladvar is father to all of these children. Now he has enough of them, he'll let to the kobolds, his gun should pay for this. Please lead us to him. Oh, a revolt! Good, we are leading a revolt. This is getting interesting. Oh. Right. The farm owner. You know what? As I know that beginning your revolt, well, it's probably important, but my side quest is like 2 seconds away. So let's get to that dungeon. Besides, it's a dungeon, and it's been a while since we've done a dungeon. We haven't done any dungeons today. So, anyways, I think they don't die. They don't even receive damage at all. Like, they don't die. They don't even... I don't know if they participate in combat. Hey, look at that. The spells have bloom. That's pretty amazing for 2008. Pretty amazing. So there should be a dungeon here. Or not. Yes. Punishment. I have located the cave. I wonder what I'm about to find in there. Well, let's do it. Cave. Let's go dungeon. I wonder if... Rats. Again, rats. Enemy variety in this game, if I had to say, it's... quite good. I mean, it's not as good... See, they don't participate in combat. Otherwise, it would be an easy way to exploit the game. Enemy variety in this game is pretty good. It's not as good as, let's say, Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is kind of like crazy. In terms of enemy variety, it's pretty good. World of Warcraft, it's similar to World of Warcraft. It's kind of like, exactly like an MMORPG, like there's a mob type for each zone, but there's one thing, in this game, at least every zone has two different types of... Brigand defeated. We also get another side quest. Good, we're doing 2 for the price of 1, or what? I don't know. I've already lost count. No, they are probably... It's probably only 1 quest. We need to kill the group of brigands in this cave. Oh, careful! Damage over time. Poison. But I think I have a poison armor with the last artifact we picked. I actually picked it because of the kobolds, because some of them would deal that, but look at that, it's working. Let's activate the potion of the mentor. That will give us extra experience. See people, we no longer suck. Relic of the antidote, precisely. That one is probably even better. See, we no longer suck. At least not 100%. No, kidding. We suck. I spent all my talents on strength when it should have been intelligence at the beginning of the stream. We still suck. Look at that. 30, 32. We have a pretty good relic, pretty good antidote relic. No, no good to go. Our relic is actually 2 points better. Let's activate the doppelganger. Careful, because there are traps in here. I think this, like this one, let's disable it. Yes, you disable traps in this game by attacking them. Not the most elegant way. Like, they could have gone for the system of... For Baldur's Gate system, like in Baldur's Gate, there's kind of like a roll dice, an internal roll dice that kind of like measures your trap, victory, your proficiency in disabling traps. Basically, it compares it to the level of the trap and rolls a dice. Like, they could have gone for that. I cannot loot that. Yes, there are some parts of the game that they don't let you loot. The pathfinding gods don't accompany you there. They all died in one blow. Good. Yeah, I've noticed that even if the enemies scale to level 18 here, they don't deal as much damage as the overworld kobolds. At least not. At least so far. Divine Gift. Let's get rid of them. I have no room. Good. That was a bit... I went a bit overboard there. Ah, look at that. That eruptive desecration is the one that makes corpses explode. We need to try it. We need to try it soon. Because it could be the one area... Damn it. It could be the one area of effect damage that we are lacking. Please let me move. All of those... Yeah, they... I'm beginning to think that all of these... Oh, careful, it's an elite turtle. Damn it. Go. No, 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 no. I think it's burning up. I think I think it's on fire.
And this is only the beginning. I cannot move.
I mean, it also impairs your movement. Good, 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 good. That was a nice... That turtle was a powerful opponent. Not as powerful as the ghost. I think the experience buff is kicking in for them. They are getting way too powerful. Let me get out. Actually, beginning this quest with the prisoners around me was a terribly shitty idea, because it ended up being worse because they block my pathfinding. Damn it. God damn it. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Wasn't expecting. So let's drop all of these. Anyways, I have the monolith right here. Let's drop all of these passengers once and for all. Let's throw them out of the window in the tour guide. Let's throw them out of the window if they don't mind. So we can do your revolt, burn the farm, or do whatever you want, but please get out of my sight, because I couldn't retreat because of you. Yeah, not a great idea. Not a great idea. Though the soldier that accompanied me at the beginning of the series, there you go. Why are they? I mean, how did you do that? No, it's not what you think. Only children are eating me out of my house. I'll go away. Leave me alone. Alright, there you have your revolt. Burn that house. Do whatever you want, but leave me alone. Nice. Nice. We initiated a revolt, people. Ah, what's that? Ah, it's not done. The mission is not finished. Look at that. Do we get to kill someone? Someone else? Do we get to see the revolt? Ah, yeah, we have to kill it. Now we're done. Clueless, I was clueless. Thank you so much. We'll take over now.
Day for me. The Inquisition, I mean.
Good. So now with our new skill, it was F8 to respawn at the Resurrection Monolith. So that should teleport us back to the entrance of the dungeon for the other quest. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of like rusty, kind of like rudimentary, like archaic, but it does work. The traveling system of the game does work. It does work. And look at that. 3 hours and the game hasn't crashed. 3 hours and a half and the game hasn't crashed. So yeah, I guess that by now we can truly confirm that the crashes at the beginning, before the third stream, were definitely it's definitely the only way. Deactivating the physics engine plus borderless gaming and playing the game windowed. So yeah, I'm happy that at least I could find the correct combination. Yeah, because otherwise it's a waste that a game this huge. I cannot count the amount of times I've read or... Damn it, that turtle... What happened to it? That turtle was on steroids. I don't know if it's the one that killed me last time, because I think last time they surrounded me as well. But it was definitely hitting like a truck. Hitting pretty hard. Let's see. I cannot count the amount of times I read suggestions, game suggestions, over at, as I've said, over at Reddit and thousands of forums saying that that they cannot find a single-player MMORPG, and it's actually one of the most requested topics. And one of the most topics that doesn't have any answer, because most people don't pay attention to games like this, and then it seems as if finding games that mimic an MMORPG, kind of like single player, are so scarce, kind of like Xenoblade Chronicles is recommended a lot. There, this one is the one. I cannot move! Now I see why I got killed last time.
I needed that.
I cannot move and I cannot attack. I know that thing does have it's a pretty powerful attack. It paralyzes you, and not only you cannot move, you cannot attack. I could barely react to that.
Alive.
I could barely react to that. Damn it. I'll need to keep my distance. Never thought. It happened so fast last time that I couldn't see it. I wonder when we'll get our spider mount. That'll be hilarious to see. Ah, there's a trap there. That'll be hilarious to see. Cannot imagine mounting a spider. Like, it's one of the most requested questions, single player MMORPGs, or games that follow the structure of an MMORPG but are single player oriented, that actually have a story, because a storyline. Like, for example, I love playing World of Warcraft. I always say in a private server, on my own, but I can understand that most people kind of like, since it doesn't have any story to it. Damn it! There it is. I need to do something about that turtle. I might have to activate the divine gift, but I can't. It's on cooldown. That turtle. There we go. Let's try it like that. Go, damn it! Come on, quickly. It killed me in one blow there. Fortunately, I have my doppelganger. Damn it! Let me move. Well, no point. Damn it! Come on! We almost have it. I think it doesn't have a ranged attack. There we go. That's the weakness. It doesn't have a ranged attack. That's its weakness. The ranged attack, it's actually the one that paralyzes you, but it doesn't last enough as for it to reach you because it's way too slow. See why I wanted to have at least one ranged attack on me and one melee. Good. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. Good. Who could have imagined that they turned a single common mob like a turtle into a pretty dangerous force. Our quest was actually to kill the brigands rather than the turtle, though that turtle acted like the boss. Brigand camp punishment here. That should be who I'm looking for. 9 out of 10. There's one more hiding. We need to use a local map. Damn it. Even there it is. There it is. even the dungeons in this game are huge. And granted, a lot of them are recycled, kind of like it was a pretty common practice back in the day, kind of like recycling assets for dungeons. But if you consider that they are just a tiny portion of the world map, there we go, a tiny portion of the world map, and that so far, every single dungeon in this game has included a boss monster, so that makes them amazing. This game might as well have one of the best random dungeon generations I've seen, because it always spawns one boss, and all of the bosses are of a different type, so it's extremely varied. And not only that, the other aspect that it was kind of like it flew under the radar. It kind of like flew under the radar. It was kind of like under the hood, something that most people who will play this game probably won't realize, is this game has probably the best balanced relationship I've seen between loot and inventory systems. Kind of like the loot system and the inventory system, they are perfectly intertwined. Now, what do I mean by that? Something that I saw only today, that we looted the legendaries. Kind of like, what do I mean that they are perfectly balanced? That you can only get the best weapons in the game by killing enemies, by killing bosses, by fighting, by kind of like improving your understanding of the game and the gameplay mechanics, which is pretty good. However, while you can only get legendaries and the best items from drops, have you noticed something? It's something extremely subtle. The game doesn't make vendors useless. I don't know if you've noticed. It probably has the healthiest relationship I've seen so far in any open world game, because vendors aren't useless. They actually give you up to blue quality items. In a lot of games, let's take Diablo as an example, whichever, Diablo 2 or Diablo 3, they generally, most of the time, in my experience, all of the time, vendors give you useless objects, kind of like the bare common quality objects. But here, this game actually found a way. I know it sounds so stupid because of how subtle it is, but it's a perfectly crafted balance. It found a way to make both. What, the punishment is not done? What do you mean by that? I got rid of all the scoundrels, but I don't see a business partner anywhere. Perhaps I should inspect the area more closely. It's an exploration objective. Damn it, my bad. Sorry. Let's go back. It's a perfect balance. Damn it, that was a pretty brief rain. I don't know what the fuck happened with the algorithm of the game there. Well, it was pretty brief. Each avatar has 3 aspects, individual aspect. I cannot read it, it loads way too fast. See, that's the disadvantage of playing an old game with a modern computer. They load the textures so fast that you cannot read the tooltips. So I should inspect the area more. I guess you won't tell me where the objective is inside of this cave. Yeah, it tells you that the item is over there. Good. So, as I was saying, I know it's extremely subtle, I know it sounds extremely stupid, but it's extremely important. It's quite important, because don't tell me I'll have to kill the boss turtle again. So the mission actually forces you to go through here and fight the boss turtle. It was not only killing the brigands. I just hope it didn't. It hasn't respawned yet. It might have respawned, huh? Yep. Damn it. This is a waste of potions. Let me stop his attack speed. What a formidable enemy. What a formidable enemy. Now I feel stupid for not getting that loot. Now I feel stupid. Oh well. God damn it. It killed me twice actually. Because I triggered the doppelganger. So yeah, I don't want to forget about this. Diablo 2, Diablo 3, most isometric action RPG games, most MMORPG games. Think about Hellgate London. In Hellgate London, the vendors are pretty much useless. In World of Warcraft, they are pretty much useless. In Skyrim, in Elder Scrolls games, yeah, that's a good question. I don't remember. No, I think they sell shitty stuff most of the time. I think it's the same. So yeah, if there's one positive quality I've seen so far of this game, it's besides the good gameplay mechanics and everything, is that one. That the vendors aren't useless, but of course they don't give you the best gear. They of course don't give you the best gear, but they aren't useless either. So they somehow managed to strike a perfect balance. Let's go for the item. To strike a perfect balance, because the best items drop from enemies, which is positive because it actually forces the player to make an effort and understand the gameplay mechanics and actually beat the bosses of the game. That's pretty obvious. You should never give the best loot just from buying stuff from a vendor, because otherwise you destroy kind of like how addictive the point. You destroy the loop, the loot loop, the point of actually improving yourself, like actually playing the game. So the game understands that, but it doesn't make vendors 100% useless. Kind of like it also gives you, because otherwise, imagine this. Imagine like in Diablo 2, why do you money ends up being useless? Ends up being for runes or for other things. You end up collecting a lot of money that becomes useless. There's a point in which money becomes useless. So that's the problem. If you kind of like make it so vendors are useless, then by extension money becomes useless. So that's one extreme. The other extreme, of course, it's making vendors kind of like the only source of legendary weapons, of the best weapons that the game has to offer. And if you do that, you kill kind of like how addictive the game is for the player, for the gameplay mechanics. You destroy the reward of the gameplay mechanics. So you destroy the core of the very soul, the essence of the game. So in fear of doing that, most developers, usually in my experience, they tend to go to the other extreme. Like, they tend to make vendors useless. And that's not positive at all. Like, they shouldn't give you the best gear, of course not, but they shouldn't be useless. Money should play a significant role in your gearing process. Like, not the most important, get the best gear from drops, but it should still play a significant role. Because otherwise, I need to go back all the way over there. Well, we can teleport. Because otherwise, they usually always get to that extreme. Let's update the resurrection monolith there. Because they usually tend to that extreme. Like vendors think, I know that this is extremely subtle, but if you play other games and remember this, pay attention to how useless vendors become in a lot of both isometric action RPGs, MMORPGs, modern RPGs. In that sense, older games did a better job, if you think about it, because Baldur's Gate, I remember, for example, I always use Baldur's Gate because it's the father of all classic RPGs. It basically revived the genre in my eyes, so it's quite important, so I always use it. But in Baldur's Gate, the gear you can get from vendors is pretty good. It's pretty similar to this game, in fact. But it doesn't get to the point, of course, where you get legendary items from vendors. So that's something that I think we've lost. For example, think about Diablo 3, think about World of Warcraft, think about Elder Scrolls games. I think that, as I've said, since developers get afraid of they get afraid of not making the gameplay loop as addictive as it should be. Think about Destiny, for example, or Borderlands. In the case of Borderlands, vendors are useless in Borderlands, for example. You mostly buy health packs in the case of the first game, and in the second game, since you don't have health packs, you buy. They are mostly used for storage, for expanding storage. I remember, and yeah, pretty much. It's not only that the vendors won't give you the best weapons, which is okay, but they're also useless. They kind of like give you common quality items when anything below legendary becomes useless. Hey, what's going on? We are in the middle of a war here.
I will crush you in the name of the Inquisition.
Good. Hey, wait, there's a legendary there. We scored a legendary. Look at that.
Power emanates from this item.
I love how they added a line, a dialogue line, just only exclusively for when you loot a legendary. When you grab it. Ah, it's a pole arms. What's this? Oh, whoa, what's going on? The kobolds are really out of control here. Not you guys again. Let's turn in the quest. I've learned my lesson. There we go. What? Is this over words that I fear? Elves are fighting the kobolds. I can sense the millennium will be your scheme behind and still your mission ends here. The military will deal with this from now on. Thank you. Ah, so the elves are in league with the kobolds. Hey, look at that. 11,000 experience. That's a lot. This quest was probably the one that rewarded me with the most experience ever. Kobold Stone Thrower. Oh. I mean, the game lags hard when it has to handle several AIs, allies, and enemies. I love how it lags. But yeah, as I've said, if you play it on only one monitor, it does have unlocked frame rates. So you won't notice a difference because there will be a drop. That's in fact why you usually want high refresh rate monitors, because even if it drops, um, it will drop from say 100 to 60, so you don't feel that much of a backlash. Here I can clearly see the backlash because it's kind of like dropping from 60 to 40 to 30 for some seconds. But yeah, no one should have any issues if you play it on a single monitor setup, which is the normal thing to do. I've seen some games behave like this, like kind of like when I stream, because of the second monitor, they default to 60. It mostly has to do with how they programmed the full screen options of the game. How they developed the full screen options of the game. Because I've seen it quite sometimes. I don't know if it happened to Dungeon Siege 3 or if it was unlocked, and there are others, more modern games that work unlocked even if you are doing multi-monitor setups. Let's go for...
The Inquisition is victorious.
So, mystery that we need to figure out for next time, maybe, perhaps. Why is it that I cannot get the modifications if I actually got the Astute Supremacy lore here? Great question, because it says that it enables the use of modifications, but it says that I haven't unlocked it, and it's bronze. I cannot imagine that you have to finish the game on bronze difficulties just to unlock those. And then on silver, and we never get to see these. That would be way too brutal, but it's still possible. Okay. I should group Paralyzing Dread and Frenetic Fervor in a single combo because they are both 63 and 62. We should... The thing is that I don't know if sometimes the second ability in my combo is performed. That's another thing. Right. We finished the quest. We're free. Look at that. Look at how many quests we've done. Kobold Chieftain. Right. Blind Guardian, Groupie, Leader of a Pack. Defeated 15 Thieves. The map I found shows a place where the band of highwaymen are hiding. That's a pretty old quest. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it, people, because I don't remember when I picked that quest, and that's not a good sign, I guess. The Kobold Chieftain is up ahead. Can you shut up? So the kobolds and the elves are kind of like in league against the humans, I guess? Against the seraphims and the humans, probably. Wait. I haven't distributed all of my stats. We'll go for one more intelligence. Armor lore has been quite effective. And dual wield... No, we'll increase attack speed. I love attack speed. Because otherwise, regardless of armor, I get killed in one blow at some points. And however, extra attack speed might save me somehow. So we completed, I think, most of the side quests in record time. This one I cannot get the strengthening of the elixir, and this one are the ones that I cannot access yet. I am supposed to deliver the letter to the his betrothed. Right, the soldier must have died. That one is over there. Here. That one's over there. No, I wanted to explore before I go. I wanted to explore this section of the map. I bet there are no more quests there, but I want to explore it so we can clearly see that we've explored the whole starting section of the game, and next time we can begin with the main quest. We can actually focus on the main quest, because I honestly have no idea what the game is about yet. So good. Let me explore that section right there, because I want to have the whole map explored there with all of the side quests done, to make sure that we've cleaned everything thoroughly. After all, we'll do more than 600 quests, people. I need to ensure that this long series is that I thoroughly inspect that we explore every corner of the map, that we thoroughly explore every corner.
Nice.
Right. Damn it. Something is dealing a lot of damage, and I presume it's that guy. Yeah, it's an elite archer. An elite archer there. Damn it. I need to kill that thing, that guy immediately. I love it. Even the most stupid mob in this game can kill you. Like, this reminds me of something that I talked about when we played Call of Duty 2, when we completed Call of Duty 2 at the beginning of the year. That a game in which the most stupid mob can kill you, be it, doesn't matter if it's an FPS game like Call of Duty, or an RPG like this one. Doesn't matter, it always adds a lot of replay value, because games in which scaling gets out of control, like in, for example, in Dungeon Siege 3, I remember that by the end of the game I was unkillable. Like, I remember the boss, the Anjali boss that we did last year, that it was so brutal. And then I became essentially an unstoppable OP killing machine. And that's not good, because it completely ruins the overworld of the game. Like,
the Inquisition is victorious.
It's no longer fun. It destroys the fun in exploring the game. That's why Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls series in general, they go for that level slider from 0 to 100. I hope they never change that, because that's pretty much the tool the game has. And I ran out of potions. What a good moment to run out of potions. Time to run away. I wonder if I can... I never tested the detection range of this game. We never tested the detection range of the game. This game. Okay, it seems to be pretty good. I have my divine gift though. Look at that, regeneration also happens in combat. Health amazing detection range of the enemies. Amazing. They chased me endlessly. Some of them chase you endlessly and others don't. if I'm not mistaken, but so far most of them, the bears, the kobolds, they have chased me endlessly. Pretty good, pretty good. That's also pretty good because I hate it in World of Warcraft that you can simply disengage by running away. I hate that aspect. I also mentioned it when we played Dungeon Siege 3. I hate it because the detection range is the one feature. There, we got a potion. If I get to that monolith, we'll have a, and we also have a merchant there. Let me make a run for the monolith. Good. Let me activate my divine gift if I can survive. What? Now that I've activated it, you run away. Hey, this is a lumberjack camp. I remember this from the first. I mean, there we go. The economy of this game is certainly one of the best I've seen. One of the best. That's for sure. Whoever designed this economy and loot system clearly knew what he was doing. Because it strikes a perfect balance, as I've said, between what you can get from farming money and the legendary drops from actually learning the core gameplay mechanics of the game. It definitely fixed a system that is broken in a lot of games, all of the ones that I've mentioned. So yeah, it's quite superior to most games from this period of time. Just as a quick comparison, also, as I've said, in Hellgate London you cannot get decent weapons from vendors. Other games that came to mind, as I've said, Titan Quest, it's also another case that all weapons are shitty. Titan Quest is another example. Torchlight is another example. I'm trying to use isometric action RPGs rather than open world. The Witcher 2 that I played at the beginning of during the summer. The summer for my country, which is the other way. Scarlet Dragoon. Hey, cool cat there. Yeah. It does strike a perfect balance, the game. Cool cat emoji. I love those cat emojis. They are so cute with those cool Dark Souls. I think they tried to mimic the Dark Souls emojis that when you get killed, that the boss, that we use in so many memes about the bosses. So yeah, when I played The Witcher 2, it had a pretty good balance, but it's difficult to get that balance. If you know what I mean. Like I remember that the problem with The Witcher 2 was that when I played it off stream in the summer, I know, maybe you mean the summer with the sunglasses. No. Yeah, kind of like in where I live, it's kind of like the exact opposite. It's extremely weird. Kind of like now we are getting into the autumn, while most of you, because most people live in the kind of like most of the human population lives to the north of the midline of the planet of the Earth. So for most of you, now you are getting into the summer, so enjoy it. But yes, we picture, for us the summer is in December. It's in December, so yes, we picture Santa Claus with a folding chair, with those sunglasses that you just that you just showed me, and yes, it's basically in the middle of the summer. Christmas is basically in the middle of the summer. So enjoy the summer. We are now getting into the winter. It's kind of like the exact opposite. A lot of people have asked me, but do you adapt to it? No, you don't adapt. You don't need to adapt to it because you get used to it. It's kind of like a bit more organized in the sense um, that Christmas and New Year kind of like they overlap with summer holidays um, with most people's holidays. Like usually people don't work on January here. Like everything dies after the last week of December. After a bit before, it's generally a bit before, yeah, October 24th. The week of October 24th, generally everything dies because you know that after Christmas it's New Year, and after New Year there's something called I don't know in English how's it called. Now that I um, think about it, it's a religious it's January 8th. Like it's a here I'll look for it because I never thought I would have needed to look up for this in English. I remember, I think it's the Three Wise Men. It's called in English, or the Three Kings. It's a Spanish Christmas tradition. The three Magic Kings there. Yeah, it's a Spanish tradition, also Italian. That it's basically an old Roman Catholic tradition that is basically similar to Christmas. Yes, kids get double the they get double the gifts. It's true. In some parts of Spain, here in Argentina, and also in Italy, in some parts of Italy, they get kind of like double Christmas because of that. Because the three wise men or kings that I just read, that is in English, actually here it's weird. Why they call them kings? Because it's actually a Christian legend in which they bring gifts from Middle East to Jesus. Something like it's a pretty vague idea, but basically it's that. And since it's about gifts, you kind of like leave the water. You leave water for the camels, basically. It's because of the conquest of Spain. It actually has to do with the conquest of Spain. The reconquest of Spain by the Moors back in the Crusades. Believe it or not, it's still a tradition in Spain, and it transcended here to Argentina. So you get October the 24th, Christmas. We actually celebrate the exact in Christian countries. Actually, the night of the 24th is celebrated more than the afternoon of the 25th. That's another thing. Hey, is this the main quest? Could it be? I'm afraid to fuck up the. I'm afraid to fuck up the sequence of events here. I just said to my fellow sister, because I said today's the day created. See, we were talking about gods and and Christian tradition and Christian tradition and Christian traditions, and now we get this. We should be grateful to the gods, and that's why we want to let them go by the ways. However, I'm certain that the gods would not object the commanding pleasure of being useful. Caring for the land, blah 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 blah. Guarding meditative character, don't you think? I don't know about you, but I find it very relaxing to get. What the fuck? Where have I arrived? Secret area? Could it be? You should try it for sure. Is this a quest? What on earth is this? What is this thing? Hey, look at that! So we got that section of the map got revealed. Wow. Where the fuck are we? This game always ends up the same. Last time we ended up not knowing where we were going, and here's the same. I think this must be the starting point of the Seraphim class. Because I remember in the first game, when I installed it, there was something similar to this monastery, in which you would start playing. God damn it, but well, I promise you all a 100% exploration of the map, and it looks like we found an isolated abbey. Damn, this game definitely has Skyrim levels of quality in terms of the map. Look at this. Yeah, Lumen, God of Light. This is the god of the Seraphims. So look, but we got a rune. We got a Ruthless Mutilation rune. It was fun. For nothing. But no special secrets otherwise. Just that dialogue line with that monk.
What can I do for you?
This is another section. Do we get more loot? Looks like it. See, I had the right idea. Correct. Yes. It's kind of like... This game is amazing, Scarlet. I don't know if when you played it... I don't know if the expansions added more of the terrain, but no, this must be part of the base game. But it's incredible the amount of detail that it has. Like, as do towns. All the starting areas have lots of quests, as do towns. Yeah, I've seen that, but not only that, you could see that last time in the previous stream. Remember when we got to that mine? It was kind of like a lost mine at the end. Oh yeah, crazy detail. Yeah, and I remember the graveyard with all of the tons of assets. Oh yeah, that's exactly. Only the amount of assets that the developers had to create for the game, because as I've said previously, enemy variety, it's amazing. But not only that, as you said, the amount of assets, only the assets, I am beginning to think that the memory leak issues of the game that we just fixed in the previous stream, sorry, in the third stream, one before that, only the amount of assets are the one, it's the one element responsible for the memory leak that the game has if you don't fix it. So it's absolutely crazy. I'm beginning to think that only this, like, look at this. It's been 5 days and I'm progressing pretty fast in comparison. Like I'm doing every single side quest, and look at this. Lol, I forgot I played this in beta. It was beta. I went to the third area, which wasn't finished. Everything was in beta. But how? I got hit by things, ran into invisible trees. It was fun. No, yeah, but you played it in beta. But how? Because it had the physical release. Beta tested this game. No way. You beta tested the game. Damn, what a coincidence that I picked it. Beta tested a lot of games back in the day before releases. Quite a few
Mass
games.
genocide is the most
Ah,
exhausting
well.
activity one can engage.
But it's because you were a game developer, not a game, because you were a quality assurance developer, something like that, right, Scarlett? Because I remember that the first time we met, you told me that you did quality assurance. There used to be a website you could go to and sign up to beta test games. Ah, the physical releases. I also do quality assurance. Yes. Ah, damn. What a pity that you didn't meet Sayona, who's also the community manager of London 2038. He was here in my streams, kind of like when I discovered Hellgate London for the first time. You kind of like um, arrived. You were at the last stream of Hellgate London. My last stream was with you, kind of like that section that explained the version differences. I was pretty much done with the game. But before that, Sayona, who is he also did a lot of testing for Ubisoft, for Ubisoft, the very same role that you are describing, kind of like beta testing the games. I remember. Damn it. I wish you two could meet. Well, you can find him in the London 2038 Discord. He's the community manager, and I remember he told me that the same with a lot of Ubisoft games. Like, it makes sense now that I think of it, because I don't know if you read the panels of my crazy descriptions. Also, the developer of yeah, which one was it? Dungeons and Dragons Dragon Shard. He wasn't a quality assurance, but he was the enemy designed. He was in charge of all of the enemy designs of all of Liquid Entertainment games. I have that's why I asked him if I could kind of like uh, interview him, and also the level designer of Evincast Rise of Mage. So it makes sense that my stream mainly attracts um, people who at least know about either software development or basically game development directly. It makes sense because most people, for example, I remember with Sayona, I talked that he looked at the source code of Hellgate London, um, that the London 2038 team, and he told me that enemy spawns would fix on the position of the player, and that's why they were chasing me endlessly. Like those details are kind of like ignored by 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 99.999% of people who play games, because generally it requires paying attention to those. So you beta tested a lot of games. Wow. Wish you could have talked to Sayona. Wish you could have talked to Sayona. He's on Discord. He's on my Discord, but he's always extremely busy. He's responsible for all of London 2038. So yeah. Okay, it's been 4 hours 14 minutes. We have pretty much cleared everything except for that damn quest. We'll eventually do this. I'll eventually get to this quest and finally get rid of it once and for all. But I still don't know how to deal with those ghosts. And then we have lol, haven't even hit main town in this area. What do you mean? Slowford isn't the main town in this area. Unstarted Blind Guardian Quest. Ah, no, you mean you. Started Blind Guardian Quest. Or you mean me? You mean Slowford isn't the main game? Big town by the water. You. Right. So you mean Slowford isn't the main town? Has a quest in it. This one. This thing. Is the main quest.
Is it true that a wicked man's heart has no joy?
So Slowford isn't the main quest. The main quest. The main town of this region. No, right and lower. This one, it has to be this one. This is the main town. This is the capital of the game. This one, it has to be this one, Blind Guardian. Oh, so I was supposed to hit that town.
Is it true that
Much bigger town anyway. No, this looks more like a city, right? The capital of Ankaria, I presume. So the main, you'll hit it on main quest. Yeah, but first, I discovered there's kind of like an abandoned thing in here, conspiracies here. This is the main quest. The main quest, I presume, will probably lead me here because this was an abandoned monastery or something like that. No, it will be a long. I can see why you're laughing. It will be a long time before. You say it's Blind Guardian quest. It's a side quest here that I can see, and the main town is this one, and probably the main quest involves this town. Well, no, but besides this, probably consider this. This will probably have more quests and more map than what you remember because main quest goes all over the place. I can imagine. Yeah, because at least it has to guide you. No, but remember, if you played it on, if you played it kind of like you mentioned that it was back in beta and also Windows 7, you probably didn't get to the expansions, or did you? To the Ice and Blood expansions, and in this case, this one it's enhanced and gold edition, so this probably has even more sections than what you remember. I don't know, but it quite probably does have it. Yeah, played it. So if you play the expansion, you probably know most of the map. Oh well. I don't know where it will lead us then, because you are saying that this is the main quest. Well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I always wanted to play this game, and I always ignored it because of the broken physics engines. Just never did the Dragon Mage, but I do intend to once I get my XP machine. No, but Scarlet Dragoon. It's much more convenient to. Well, we'll leave it here, people. We'll leave it here. As for the rest, anyone watching this as a stream will begin the main quest next time, right? No, but no. You don't need the XP machine. If I assume it's more difficult to get an XP machine, a Windows XP machine nowadays than just getting the game and fixing it. It's not that difficult. I don't know if you have a Windows 10 PC, which is the most common. No worries. If you need help, I have no issues. I told you how more or less it is. Disable the physics. No, I have one just waiting on my graphics card and backup graphics card. Ah, okay. But well, I would, in my case, I would go for a Windows 10 because if you have only an XP machine, it won't help you for now for modern tasks. Also have main PC and backup PC. Ah, well, that's way too pro. That's way too pro. That's way too pro. That's way too pro. Both have 128 gigs of RAM. Damn it. Dude. No way. Why so much? That must be some crazy quality assurance testing you do. Because of the servers, probably. Well, Max, that Win 10 can support at the moment. Is it the maximum? It can go over 100. Well, but you don't need 100. Mods use quite a bit. Yeah, but no. Well, it's so that's. I only have 16 gigs of RAM, and the graphics card does most of the job. With a 3080, I have two 3080s. Is it that the graphics card does? They do most of. Used to have 24 gig, and these ran out from time to time depending on game. Really? No, no, seriously. I never used more than 16, and I built at least 3 PCs in the last 15 years. I don't know, and I could run all of the games that you can see on my crazy icons. Mods. No, yeah, but for example, which is the craziest one? Um, the craziest one here. For example, the more than six, quite a few mods generally use a lot of memory. No, but I have Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Skyrim. This Skyrim copy, I have it with 60 mods, and I have 16 gigs, and it doesn't explode. It doesn't crash. Doesn't crash. I think 128 is so. Skyrim is usually fine with over 50 other games. Mm, well, the one that definitely takes a hit is also Morrowind. Um, no, it's true. I haven't tried it. You're right. Other games have issues. Um, example, because the one that I modded the most it's Elder Scrolls game. But for example, which ones have given you issues? For example, like look, even these ones deploy a whole server offline. My copy of World of Warcraft, and even after deploying a whole server with 16 gigs, I could do it. I mean, like I cannot imagine which one which one is 128 gigs. Like it's so incredible and amazing that I cannot imagine which one now. I honestly cannot imagine. See, for example, um, yeah, the highest I've seen is it's my single player MMORPGs. They automatically deploy a single player server. Like worse than a server, it can be the worst out of all of them. It's Black Desert, kind of like deploying Black Desert is one. This does lag with 16 gigs, but it's the whole server. Like I don't know, I don't know. Then I need to investigate that. I need to investigate that. But no, regarding Sacred 2, if you need help with, can't remember, Subnautica and no, Subnautica and Terraria. Those are it. With mod, wow, with mod hosting, multiplayer with mod hosting. Now, well, okay, of course. But it can be worse than deploying the server, right? Well, like that, it's probably close to deploying a server because those are. I generally don't like those games because they are kind of like. They're hmm, like the combat system. I don't like it. Something personal, but generally those kind of like do they randomly generate maps one after the other. Could it be because of that? Yeah, Terraria for sure. I remember that it would generate and generate maps. It was like SteamWorld Dig that it would generate and generate and generate maps, and that's probably the reason. Like one after the other. But yeah, in my case, the worst, as I've said, it's this one that automatically deploys and it lags until it opens. Once it opens, it gets good, but well, I need to take into account that it's kind of like starting the whole server on 16 gigabytes of RAM. I need to expand it to 32 at least. 32 is kind of it'll be more than enough. But well, the RAM is kind of like the last thing we always care about. The RAM and the power supply, and the power supply is a mistake. The power supply is a mistake in that sense. But but yeah, but yeah. I had one computer die on me back in 2008. 32 is pretty solid, but I always plan ahead. No, but in your case, it also must have to do with your job probably because it's easier to upgrade graphics card year after year than whole PC. Definitely, definitely. But yeah, definitely because I'm I in the last PC I had for nearly 20 years. Yeah, you're from my club. You're from my club. We're from the same club. Yes, my PC from 2018, and I suspect the CPU actually performs um, quite good. It's an i7 8700K. Um, because they removed hyper. Did you know that they removed hyper-threading for Intel CPUs after the what was it? After the not the eighth generation, after the ninth generation, I believe it was. They removed hyper-threading. I don't know who had the shitty idea of removing hyper-threading. The virtual cores, like the virtual cores that would help a lot. Intel is kind of moving out of user market. I don't know what they have in their head. I don't know. The other day I read uh, um, in some news going more corporate. So they are going for it for enterprise artificial intelligence and those CPUs. That will explain it. Because for the other day I read an article. I read an article in Spanish, which was basically a mirror from a U.S. article that said that a lot of modern games um, up until now had a kind of like a problem with the Intel CPUs that they wouldn't run out of no because of no reason. It's crazy and it's terrible because AMD it's also not good for games because they lack single core processing power. They kind of like spread the processing power equally across all of the cores and and I don't like it. I don't like it because I know that most old school games, and not only old school games, but games that are developed, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because if you've been doing quality assurance and beta testing of those games and those, you also must know a lot. But a single thread CPU processing power is kind of like king if you're playing like what else uh, you may need yeah, you need the cores to deploy servers. In our case, well, in my case, I'm just a front end software developer. I don't even use that much processing power. Yeah, some older games are single core locked exactly. So back in the day, Intel was just better for gaming. It's a steal because I don't know how much AMD has kind of like improved. They were always terrible, even after Microsoft bought them. They always had a problem with single thread processing power. They always like to spread it across all cores. They also don't go for hyper threading, for adding virtual cores to their processors. So at the end of the day, you have a CPU that is great for productivity. Like in my case, I don't need it because I just do front end software development. It's just I do CSS a lot and JavaScript. Manipulating the DOM, it's kind of like the worst part, but it doesn't use a lot of memory. Intel only speed up to the first two cores, the rest were slower. Yeah, but the older games, probably locked to those first cores, if I'm not mistaken. Things that only use one core get the better speed. Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like that. But in imagine how many indie games we have now. A lot of them, I don't know. I don't know if I suspect that a lot of indie games still work like that because, of course, they are usually made by one person or two people, and in a lot of them, I've seen that still the single core processing power is still uh, king when it comes to that. Like for example, I've noticed it in this one in Last Epoch, amazing Diablo clone that I recommend to everyone that was just released. This is probably the true successor of Diablo, like the true inheritor of Diablo. And Ryzen is just better. Things that only use one core will get the better speed, and Ryzen is just better at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't like AMD. AMD Ryzen is just better at the moment. Yeah, it's amazing for productivity. It must be, I imagine, because of the insane amount of cores that they add, the physical cores. But I don't know why they don't. Granted, have an an unlocked core. Yeah, yeah, they would overclock automatically. Yes, but still, I miss the era in which we had the those Intel processors like the one I had, the one that I always got mad about because it was released some minutes after the i7 8700K that I have. The i7 8086K, which was kind of like only released as an anniversary. Overclock based on memory and power and need. The AMD Ryzen, right? They have the unlocked core and they overclock based on memory power. And no, no, well, yes. In case of the power, you always generally I put it to kind of like maximum consumption in my case. But the memory, yes, of course, it must kick in like that. So yeah, it's so you left me intrigued with those two games, Subnautica and Terraria. Games nowadays are also far more GPU intensive. Yeah, 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 yeah. But for example, you know when I realize with Total War games. If you like Total War, as I love so much, I love it so much, so much. Total War, it's kind of like for me, it would be a top 10 out of all of history. Total War games. Subnautica is great if you've never played it. The it's like the ones that it's the one that you go underwater and how's the combat system? I never seen the combat system. Then I'll check it up. Then I'll check it out. Sorry, I'll check it out. Um, but yeah, I assume it's the other one, Terraria. Yes, I'd rather play Steam World Dig. I like Steam World Dig a bit more. And then the CPU intensive process you can see in Total War games. If you don't have a good CPU, in the case of Total War games, it really lags a lot. Less combat oriented. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't like games that are not combat oriented a lot. I don't know. Um, well, for example, I have an example. On the 3DS, I love the 3DS. I always explore the 3DS a lot. I know that we are usually more PC oriented players, but in the case of consoles, the one that has captivated my heart is the 3DS. Even more than the Switch. Um, and I remember that everyone pretty much loved Animal Crossing, and because of the fact that it had no combat, I searched and searched and searched, and after finding, of course, Fantasy Life, amazing. It's basically a Skyrim-sized game on the 3DS. You'll probably laugh about what I'm gonna tell you, but There's a game. You're probably gonna laugh about what I'm gonna tell you, but and anyone hearing this, but there's a game called Disney Magical World that it's like Animal Crossing and it's better. And it's better. Uh, Crazy how a game made for little kids ended up having more complexity than Animal Crossing because it does feature combat, it does feature dungeons. Some of the dungeons are challenging, yes. The first time I played it, I said, this pile of crap, what kind of difficulty could this shit have? And then that game definitely, it's one of the games that I didn't play it a lot, but I've seen gameplay footage, and it's so forgotten. And the reason why the combat is good and it's a decent game, it's because it was actually developed by Bandai Namco. Then there I realized, and like that one, like that shitty example of that semi-shitty game, yeah, I generally don't like non-combat oriented ones. That's why Fantasy Life was a blessing. That's why uh, those relaxing games, you need to kind of like be in the mood. And like that one, I have other examples. Like generally, farming games are like that I don't like. And the ones that I do love, well, I love the ones that have intensive combat. And yeah, regarding the CPU, with Total War, you totally need a powerful one because of that. Yeah, less combat oriented. There are two things that actually I can't truly stand. One is turn-based games. Turn-based, it's kind of like my kryptonite. I respect anyone who loves turn-based games, but I simply cannot. I'd rather employ all of that patience to figure out how to create a website than turn-based. It feels unnatural, like really unnatural. That's why I don't know why everyone hated Baldur's Gate real time with post combat system. There are some good turn-based games. I played Divinity Original Sin, the first one. I completed it, highest difficulty, every single side quest, and it wasn't a bad game. I'm not gonna say it was a bad game. The fact that someone like me who hates turn-based games, and also Pokemon, I love Pokemon. As you can see, yes, I'm a Nintendo fanboy after being a PC fanboy. Like that's the order. First PC fanboy, then Nintendo fanboy. But besides Pokemon, and Divinity Original Sin wasn't a bad game, but I'm sorry, I cannot put it on the same league. I don't know if you would, Scarlet Dragoon, if you played Divinity Original Sin, that is so popular and everyone has played it. If you would put it on the same league with Baldur's Gate, I honestly can't. I simply can't put them on the same league. I don't know you, Scarlet Dragon, but I cannot. In my case, I cannot. Baldur's Gate, the enhanced edition, um, for me, the real time with post combat gives it that strikes that perfect balance. Like when I play a turn-based game, it must be it, the game must be universally really good because I don't like the genre itself. Like even I had to admit that that Pokemon was amazing, and uh, and in the case of Divinity Original Sin, I see them different since played Baldur's Gate back when I was a kid. Ah, but you need to play the enhanced edition. It adds a lot. I don't know if you like some section of it, of some sections of the expansion, perhaps, because it deviates a bit. But I should have recorded my Throne of Ball. It has a new difficulty, Throne of Ball, Legacy of Ball. Sorry, Legacy of Ball, and the enhanced edition. There are some bosses that the last boss of the expansion, the Dragon Spear expansion, it must have taken me a whole week of failed attempts, in the enhanced edition, it becomes a bit more open world. Like, I don't know if the original had, because I was way too young when that one was released. But the enhanced edition that I played some years ago, it was kind of like open world. It gets up to open world, but even then, I I think real time with pause is underrated. Unpopular opinion, I know that real time with pause is definitely underrated because everyone, you would be surprised if you Google, if you want to laugh a bit, just Google um, um, Baldur's Gate 3, the one that they released now, um, real time with post combat. There's kind of like thousands upon thousands of posts of people arguing if the third entry, which I as you must imagine, I think it's a prostitution. um, uh, if it should have real time with pause and or turn based combat, and you cannot imagine how many people insulted real time. I never imagined a lot of people hated real time with post combat that much. But my theory back in the day, I explained it in some old, very, very old streams, that real time with post basically was a step further, and I tell all of the story of Diablo and how Diablo, all of the effort that David Brevik went through to turn down the internal clock of Diablo to zero for the first time, which basically created real time with pause, the real time combat instead of turn based. So yeah, um, after seeing how much uh, effort was put into transitioning from turn-based to real-time, I simply can't. Real-time with pause on some older games were pretty fun. Had to switch between pretty quickly. Exactly. Just made gameplay different, but both are fun. That's the mindset. You have an even better mindset than mine. I just can't stand turn-based. But yeah. You have an even better mindset than mine. I hate it when for example, I don't know if you've seen it, but most people only played Fortnite for their whole life. I can I just feel pity at this point. I know that every generation has its own kind of like games that define the generation. Like you could say that a lot of us, I don't know, a lot of us played a lot of World of Warcraft or that. But I'm sorry, there is a huge difference in quality, like between Fortnite and what we played, like or Apex Legends. I just said Fortnite just for one, but it's incredible. The lack of variety is what I, what I don't hate it, but it's pitiful. It could, I feel pity honestly because it completely destroys a lot of possibilities. It's like when you're a little kid and you don't want to explore any food, like that has happened to most of us. But then when you grow up a bit, you get to taste a lot of food, of different food flavors. But nowadays, I see that there are a lot of cases of game with the rise of games as a service that um, a lot of people will spend their whole lives only knowing about a single genre. I generally just learned what food I didn't like by when I threw it up. Just went, oh, don't eat that again. No, but for example, as a kid, For example, I didn't like, let's say, uh, um, cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese, and now I love it, and like that. And in gaming, it's the same. In gaming, it's the same. In video games, it's the same. Um, I I can only imagine playing a single genre our whole lives. Can you imagine that? Playing a single genre, and it's honestly make me feel pity, honestly, because it's kind of like sad at the end of the day, and that a lot of you'd miss out on so much. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've told that to to a lot of people. I've told that to a lot of people that I understand. It's totally respectable and great that you love a single game. Like I played Star Wars: The Old Republic, like uninterruptedly for 3 years, and the game was is my favorite game of all time. It's an MMORPG, quite underrated. For me, it's the best game of all time because of several reasons, because of crazy reasons. Um, because it's actually 8 games in one. I would argue first, but then because how it perfected tap targeting combat, I think it's on par with Ion, which is a lot. But that's what I tell people. It's perfect. It's absolutely respectable that you love a single game and play it much more than the others and keep playing it endlessly. It's perfect. But at least try some other genres. At least explore some other genres because, as you said, you miss out on so much. Like for example, this Sacred 2 game that I'm playing right now, I didn't even know it was like a single player MMORPG. I thought it was like Diablo when I started playing. I thought it would turn out like Diablo, like extremely linear, and I realized it wasn't anything like that. And that's the good aspect of it. That's the good aspect of it. Um, like it's like venturing into the unknown because, as I've said, I expected this to be like Diablo, and, and imagine my surprise when this was like World of Warcraft, which is my favorite genre. After all, single player MMORPGs like this one. So so yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Scarlet Dragoon, if you have some more time, I always ask this question to viewers who have spent some time around my stream. Your 3 favorite games of all time. If you have time. If you don't have time, then some other day. I always ask that. I asked it to Sayona. I asked it to another viewer some years ago, and I ask it to everyone. If you don't have time, no worries. If you're busy. If you do, as I close the stream, 3 favorite games of all time. Your 3 favorite games of all time, like the podium, first, second, and third. I always wonder that about people who have played a lot of video games like you or most of 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 my friends over at Discord. There's 3 favorite games of all time. Mine are, I always say it, Star Wars: The Old Republic by a landslide. Um, well, the second one would be Knights of the Old Republic 2. I'm not very original. And then I would include something crazy like Dragon Age Origins could be. Dragon Age Origins is a good candidate. The first Mass Effect, but I think I would give it to, since I've included an MMORPG, a classic RPG. I could potentially say mm, Borderlands, perhaps. Hmm. Yeah, the first Borderlands could be. Hmm. It hasn't contributed enough to the genre. Um, Baldur's Gate, because of this, because of the legacy it has, it would be the first Baldur's Gate. Well, you tell me next time whenever you have time. Otherwise, Scarlet Dragon, no worries. Thank you for all of the insights that you gave me. They helped me a lot. Um, they helped me a lot in today's stream. Like we could do that pretty powerful build, and next time, if you'd like, you tell me your 3 favorite games of all time. Then we can do it. Thumbs up. Have a great weekend. Anyone who may have taken the time to watch this as a YouTube VOD, um, and anyone who may have taken the time to watch this as a Twitch VOD, and yeah, perfect. Thanks to all of the followers of the Twitch channel, all the subscribers of the YouTube channel. Here have it. Perfect. So yeah, and regarding Secret 2, um, if you can fix it on a Windows 10 machine, uh, I have no worries showing you at least what I did, and it's working at least for now. Disable the physics engine and borderless gaming. With those two, we should be good to go. Bye bye. Bye, Scarlet Dragoon. It's been a pleasure. Always thanks for visiting my streams. I truly appreciate it a lot. Always. All of you, anyone who watches this as well. Bye bye. See you all on Tuesday. We'll continue our journey through Ancaria.